G'day, mate. Today's episode is brought to you by booze, making your life seem a little more pleasant while the world crumbles around you. Hello, everyone. I am back once again, and today I'm doing something a little bit different because for the past few days I've been doing updates on Facebook Live, which I'm finding is very limited. One of the worst things for me about it is that it is limited to a very badly compressed 720p, and I don't like that. So I like to give people the full range of what you can see and what I want to do. Plus, I can also do effects, the intros and outros, and all the fun other stuff here. So I think I'm going to be switching over to doing stuff specifically on YouTube again because it will reach a wider audience and it will look a lot better. So you might have noticed a few changes in the beginning. Um, there was that wicked dude thing. And that is something that is a new change for me, I will tell you now. I had been running my Baghdad by the Bay website since 2007. But I no longer live in San Francisco. So, one of the problems with no longer living in San Francisco, and especially talking to friends of mine who are still there, is it doesn't make sense for me to talk about San Francisco when I am not there to experience it. And currently, right now, San Francisco is having some changes that I can't relate to, even though I spent 55 years growing up there before I moved. So I decided I needed something new, and I was trying to look for a new moniker. And one of the first things is when I'm walking around and talking to people and stuff, and someone says something surprising, I always end up saying like, "Dude," and they look at me funny, and I'm like, "What?" Nobody says "dude" in New England. The closest, if you're in Boston, is "wicked," which is the California version, or in California would be called "hella." So I was thinking, like, oh, should I use "hella wicked"? But no, I'm the dude, and I'm in New England, specifically Massachusetts, so I'm the wicked dude. And that's going to be my new moniker. I'm just playing around with all the techniques and stuff. I'm sure I will come up with something better. But just to give a bit of a background, once I moved here, I always said I was the type of person that always needed to live by the water. And in San Francisco, when I would look out my dining room window, I could see the Pacific Ocean. And it was pretty awesome kind of thing. But now that I'm here, my second choice would have been living in a forested area, which is what we have here. And it was quite amazing, quite a bit more so than I ever expected, because we have all kinds of wild animals. And sure, we have squirrels, like you go to Golden Gate Park, you see squirrels. We have squirrels with an attitude here. We have chipmunks. I have not seen a single rat since I have been here. Um, our cat Felix, that those of you who follow me on Facebook see all the videos of Felix, are, I'm sure I'm aware, have seen him. He managed to snag a mouse that we captured and let out before he could have too much fun with it. But we also, in addition to the squirrels and chipmunks, birds. Oh, geez, we got tons of birds here. All kinds of birds. And rabbits and foxes and bears. And that's just what I've seen in my backyard. Supposedly we have coyotes here too, but I haven't seen one in my backyard yet. But considering that we have the COVID-19 coronavirus affecting people and they're staying off the streets, what I'm seeing is around the country, more wild animals are actually like sneaking in and walking around, and because they don't have people to interact with. So it's kind of cool for them. But I haven't seen anything that I'm like, oh, I didn't expect to see that. It is kind of interesting being here, just addressing the current quarantine and shelter in place comments that people are saying. We are sheltering in place here. The part of Western Massachusetts I am in is in Hampshire County. That is, it's there's 4 counties in Western Massachusetts. Berkshire's, which is the far west, that is literally top to bottom of Massachusetts. And then there's the next section over, which is where I am, which is Franklin County, Hampshire County, and Hamden County. And the entire population of those 4 counties, which make up a third of Massachusetts, is equal to less than the entire population of San Francisco, or for people on the East Coast, we are half the population of Manhattan, not New York City, just Manhattan. And so I thought I would share that with you because people are freaking out a bit about the whole coronavirus thing. But also here, one of the things is that keeping and not social distancing, because social sounds like social media. Gavin Newsom, I saw him the other day, and he said physical distancing, which is a more accurate way of putting it. And the physical distancing is very easy. I have, for the past close to 3 weeks now, the closest I have ever gotten to someone is perhaps 6 feet for less than 5 minutes. And that was when I was going in and buying something for my daughter, who we go out in the afternoon, which my doctor says is cool. And I literally, like, the places we go, I pay with my phone so I don't have to touch anything. I even like hold the phone up, and when it comes up to say yes, that you agree to this charge, the people behind the counter reach over and they tap the yes for me. So I have had virtually no contact with people. This is something that is very serious for all of us. I'm not making light of it. I am actually, amongst other things, I am very happy I am where I am, because I know friends of mine who are in San Francisco, or friends of mine who are in New York, where people are crammed in much tighter. It's a pain to deal with. I mean, we do have people that go out and walk their dogs or take their kids out, because if you are stuck at home with a dog or a kid that you can't take out, even if you have a backyard here, they're all going to go crazy. And hopefully, I'm hoping this will all be over soon. But we will see. I am keeping my fingers crossed. I've had a few friends of mine who have come down with the coronavirus. They are not on the East Coast; they're on the West Coast. And I mean, I'm hoping for the best for them. And it sounds like they're doing very well and will come through it, which is great. But it is still one of those things that you wake up every morning, you never know what's going on. I mean, I thought we were a little safe here because we were a bit isolated, even though, I mean, I travel within like a 3-mile radius during the day. we have a mall in Holyoke and Springfield. It has lots of other big shopping places, but I have no reason to go there at the moment. And it's even here, there are people complaining about having a lack of. The biggest thing everywhere is the lack of toilet paper. Food, not too much of a problem. Eggs are a little scarce, but if you know where to go, because we have lots of farms nearby, and even if they aren't a chicken farm, even some of the vegetable farms work with other farms and get chicken eggs. Touch more expensive. I know there's one farm I go to regularly, and they have dozen eggs for $3.99. Not an awful price, but typically you can get eggs for here for $1.99 to $2.99. Literal, the people who raise chickens who are selling their farm fresh eggs will cost you $4 to $5 a dozen. They aren't jerking up their prices. They're just happy. We're coming into spring, so the chickens are laying more eggs. And so that's kind of what's going on here. We are surviving. I feel we are surviving a little better than definitely major metropolitan areas because of the fact we aren't so overcrowded. There are a few things I will be getting into. I have not had a chance. I do have a new website that I will be setting up. It is Wicked Dude. I won't give the last after the dot part yet because I don't want people to go searching it because it's blank at the moment. But it's wickeddude dot something. You can figure it out if you want to search around for stuff like that. My Baghdad by the Bay, it was fun to do for years. I loved growing up in San Francisco, but I have to be honest, I'm not a part of San Francisco anymore. So while I am in contact with lots of my friends in San Francisco, and even some of the politicians in San Francisco, that, a lot of them, they spent so much time in San Francisco, they have no idea what it's like outside of San Francisco. And, for instance, I paid $1.49 for a gallon of gas. And people said, oh, well, that's because, they sell dirty gas there. No, Massachusetts follows the same standards as California. What they don't do is overtax their gas. Now, Massachusetts has just a touch over 6 million people. California, 40 million people. So that's a bit problematic. And when you scale things up, you understand why California has more problems, is just because while it is the 5th largest economy in the world, it is also, 40 million people. Damn. Normally I would have looked at this and I would have found some country with 40 million people that California actually has a few more of, but I didn't get a chance to. So I'm sorry. Next time I do this, I will give you a comparison so you can say, damn. But that's all for now. I just wanted to give you an update. This is like quick thing to let you know there's something new going on, and then giving you an update of what is going to be happening for me web-wise. I think I'm going to be focusing on YouTube now because I feel Facebook Live is far too limited, and especially I'm watching some of the people doing Facebook Live videos, and it's grainy. You can't exactly see what they're doing. And on top of it, they always seem to have this, what the hell am I doing here? Is this working? I like to know before I put something up there that it worked. So I'm going to be sticking to this for right now. I hope you all enjoy it, and rock on. Wicked dude.